previous years, you were among the countries that conduct annual QUDS procession on every last Ramadan Friday in solidarity with Palestine. But it seems like you don't conduct the procession this year. What is the reason behind this? Have you joined the international decision to suspend the procession for halting the spread of COVID-19?
Yeah, QUDS Day anniversary of solidarity with the oppressed people of Palestine. I think it's not just a Nigerian program. It's a global program initiated by late Ayatollah Ruhullah al-Musai al-Humaini Qudus, who call on all people of conscience, all Muslim, being you Christian or Muslim, people should come out for humanity and protest against the illegal occupation of the illegitimate state of Israelis against the Palestinians. So it's a global program which has a global committee that organizes it. So the committee concluded that due to the novel pandemic, coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic, that this year the processions, rallies, protests, and other programs should be replaced by what they call fly the flag. People should stay wherever they are and raise up the flag of Palestine and fly it up in solidarity with the Palestinians and challenge the oppressors. Also call on the Israelis and their allies to stop the illegal occupation and killing and destruction of properties of the oppressed Palestinians. So it's a global program, therefore we join the global decision. Henceforth, we are not coming out for the protest, but we shall do all the activities urged by the committee, inshallah.
What kind of message are sending to the society by this annual procession?
Yeah, I think members of the society, whenever people come out to protest against the illegal occupation and killing of the Palestinians, people receive the message. The message is well passed to the people that some group of people or a country were being oppressed for almost 80 years, 70-something years, since 1948. The Israelis started the illegal occupation. So the Palestinians are under oppression since 1948. That is why this year we even call it COVID for 1948. So the message is well passed to the masses that this is what is happening with our brothers and sisters in humanity in Palestine. So the people receive the message. But we hope that they should encode the message and transform it into action. The message you receive from the people that come out to tell you something that is happening, you receive it and transform it into action, in the sense that you shall also come out and challenge oppression at all costs.
On the other hand, which messages are you sending to the global oppressors like America, Israel and their allies over illegal occupation and continued killing of and torturing of innocent Palestinians?
I think the message has been passed to them for long, that we have been coming out even to the extent of burning down the flag of the prime oppressors, that is the America and the Israelis, against the Palestinians. So we are calling on them, and me in particular, I'm calling on the Israelis, the America, and even the Saudi kingdom that's back the operation, the global operation, to stop the operation immediately and unconditionally. Leave the areas for the Palestinians, allow the Palestinians to occupy their places. The state of Israelis is illegitimate, so therefore there has no reason to be demolishing people's properties and chasing them away from their father's land. So we are calling on them to stop it immediately.
As you stated earlier, this movement involves any person having humanity irrespective of religion and region. But why did Saudi Arabia exclude themselves?
Yeah, you can see the issue of Palestine is a global operation, and it has a lot of people that comes together to oppress single Palestinians. And the America, the Israelis and their allies have been staging this operation against the Palestinians. Not only Palestinians, even here in Nigeria, you can see anybody who comes out to challenge oppression, the oppressors come to him. That is why I don't want to go much to that side. That is why you see how they are oppressing our leader, Sheikh Ibrahim Zazzaki, the leader of the Islamic movement here in Nigeria, because he challenged operation against this. And the Saudi Arabia you are talking about, let's say the Saudi royal houses, the royal house, the family members, the ruling class of Saudi Arabia, they are fully participating in global operation. They are supporting the America. So whatever America is aligned with, Saudi Arabia joined them. So that is why you never see Saudi Arabia calling on Israelis to stop the operation, because they are partners in crime.
Have you had any aggressive approach from Nigeria's security force when conducting this annual procession in the previous years?
In several occasions, the Nigerian authority, let's say the security, attack followers of Sheikh Zazzaki and people of conscience whenever they comes out to the street to demonstrate against the illegal occupation of the Palestinian. That is why we come to conclusion that Nigerian authority are nothing but puppets, toothless dogs of the global oppressors. So they have been attacking. I think the worst was 2014, where they killed about 34 people, including 3 sons of the leader of the Islamic movement, in person of Shahid Ahmad and his brothers Hamid and Mahmoud, on the day of QUDS, just because they comes out and say no to tyranny and oppression. And these people attack the processions and kill 34 people, including these 3 dignitary trust personalities.
As you stated earlier, the Nigerian security force have massacred 34 from your people, including 3 biological children of your leader. Did you take any action from that time to date?
Yeah, I think in this case, I'm not an authority in the movement. So I think this question should be best addressed by the leader of the movement. But what I know is that we have been doing, we have continued. And we have been calling for justice against the killing of innocent people. And what I'm assured of is that oppressors shall never go free. They shall face the consequences of the atrocities they committed against humanity.
You were conducting this procession when your leader was with you in some years back, but now he is not and is detained in illegal detention despite his health status that always deteriorates. How do you manage this situation?
Yes, I think 2 things are involved. One is that the Sheikh is painful. It's very, very unfortunate for the situation, for us to be living without our leader within ourselves. But on the other hand, when the authorities attack the Sheikh, they think killing Sheikh Zazzaki will wipe out the movement. They think detaining Sheikh Zazzaki will stop the activities of the movement. So I think they come to understand now that keeping Sheikh Zazzaki is a total failure on their own side, because the movement has continued. Even if you look at last year, QUDS Day procession is one of the best. I think it's the greatest procession ever in the whole world. If you follow it up, you can see. Go back to YouTube's and archive of history and see the videos of last year's QUDS Day procession. It helps in so many cities within the country, but that of Abuja alone is I think the greatest. Is one of the greatest procession. Despite that, the Sheikh is not with us. Despite the fact that he is under illegal detention, you can see how people comes out. You can see how people responded to his call. Therefore, the authorities should know in this case that they have totally failed. What we feel is, we feel very bad that our leader is not with us, and we pray for his freedom, and we shall continue calling for his freedom at all costs, even to the extent of sacrificing our life. We are ready to sacrifice our life for our leader to come back within us. But one good thing about this movement is that it continues despite that the Sheikh is under illegal detention. What the authorities expect, they expect us to go back and sleep in our various houses. They expect us to stop all the activities, but what they see is more people coming out to demonstrate, more people coming out to answer the call of the Sheikh, more people coming out to challenge oppressors as the Sheikh do.
Do you have any call I'll urge the Nigerian government over continue detaining your leader amid this COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, I think we have been calling since the day they attacked the sheikh. We have been calling on the authorities to do the right thing and free him. He has committed no offense. We went to court. The sheikh, let me say, went to court through his lawyer, and the court ordered for his total freedom and unconditional release, and declared his detention as illegally unconstitutional and a total violation of his fundamental right of living. But these people, they refuse. And we come out to the street, we have been protesting. They kill about 70 people for just coming out to protest against the illegal detention of the leader. So we have been calling. But on the other hand, I would like to advise the authorities that it's better for them to obey the court that order for the freedom of the sheikh and free him. Because if they are keeping him in their detention to see that the activities of movement has stopped, what have they witnessed? More people, as I said, coming out. So I think it's as good as nothing. So they should better free the sheikh. But they should also, let me pass this message also, they should know that anybody who is involved in killing our brothers and sisters, anybody who is involved in maltreating our leader, anybody who is involved in keeping in this illegal custody, we know them, we know their family, we know their places of working, we know them and we have marked them, and they shall know that they shall receive first the consequences of what they did. They shall never go free for committing this crime against humanity. This is the worst crime against humanity committed in the history of Africa.
On the other hand, do you have any call or urge to your brothers and sisters at home?
Yeah, I think my call on my brothers and sisters is to keep on doing the right thing. They have been trying. Followers of Sheikh Zakzaky has been trying. A lot of people have sacrificed their life. A lot of people are still in detention, in prison, just because they come out to call on the authorities to free our leader. We should continue and we should do more, put more effort. Inshallah, a victory is on our own side. As it was says that victory is on the side of the oppressed.
Finally, do you have anything to say that I didn't ask you?
Yeah, now you have said a lot, and I think still on my brothers and sisters, followers of Sheikh Zakzaky, we should know that death is inevitable. Whether you come out or you stay at home, you must die. Not only followers of Sheikh Zakzaky, the whole people of the general public also in this country. Look at the way the authorities are oppressing the people of this country. No food, subjecting the masses into abject poverty and hunger. No, even religion has been stopped now. You cannot go to mosque, but you can go to market and run your business for 6 hours. But Jumat prayers of just 20 minutes, you are stopped from it. Church programs of just 20 minutes, you are not allowed to go to church and pray. You are not allowed to do anything, but you are allowed to go to the market. This is insensible. How dare you will fold your hand and allow this operation? They move on to stop us from practicing religion. Can Nigerians allow this to continue? The next thing now, they will move into your house to house and stop you from your daily prayers that you pray silently in your house. So it's better that the masses should come out. Death is inevitable. The highest these people could do is to kill us. And whether they kill or they did not kill, whether you come out or you stay at home, you must die. So it's better to die with dignity than dying under tyranny and oppression.
Thank you.